Hi, we just finished meeting for pronunciation practice on, I'm looking at the date, June 7th, Monday, June 7th. And good, we didn't have a whole bunch of words because we spent time reviewing the vowel diagram. So don't forget that it's on the second tab of the spreadsheet. And we went through all of the vowels. So starting with honorary, honorary. And the vowel is ah in the stressed syllable, so you have to open a lot. Ah, honorary. And then just the sound of the consonant R. The American R is curled back so that it's closer to the front of the mouth, not too far back like R. So you can hear the difference when the tongue is too far back or when it's closer to the front. I'll move my tongue inside and show you where it is on the outside. So it has a deeper in the throat sound when it's very far back. So you want it to be closer to the front, like you would make a T, and then pull it down. Tur, tur, tur. And if you're saying the name of that letter, the vowel that comes before it is ah. So, and back to the vowel diagram, ah, your jaw is very open and your lips are straight. Ah. But to make a good R, you might need to raise your jaw, R, R, and curl it back. And if you want to emphasize it, really hold the R position a little longer to make more noise so that it can be heard. R. This is important if R is a letter in your name and you need to spell your name. It's in my name. I spell it all the time. B as in boy, A R B as in boy. B-A-R-B. And this is a name of a city in Boston, well, part of Boston, a city right outside of Boston. And most, I think, other places in the country would call it Quincy with a S. But in Boston, it's pronounced with a Z, Quincy. I don't know why. Quincy. Better. In this case, the T is an alveolar flap. I'll put that back up here too, because it's the same situation. Better. The first vowel is e, so the jaw is high, be, and then der. Pull it down, and you might want to hold the R position and make the R noise a little longer so it can be heard. Better. Is that better? Are you feeling better? And I'll go down to butter because that was very similar. Buh. The stressed vowel is now buh. Butter. Um, it's really, I always say it sounds like a D. The T changes to a D, but the technical term is an alveolar flap because the spot behind your top teeth where the D and the T touch is called the alveolar ridge. So, and the flap means like flap, 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 flap. So it doesn't really touch with a lot of pressure like better, or in this case, ter. You just barely touch it. Better, better. And it can be very light and very quick. Word. This is the ER sound, even though it's spelled OR. Word. And number 8, you can say two different ways. One with more of an A, strengthen, strengthened, or without the NG combination and have strength. Strength, strengthen. This isn't the way I say it usually, but I looked it up in the dictionary, so I know these are possible. Strengthened or strengthened. Whatever's easiest, whatever you prefer. Forget the A in weary. It just sounds like we, weary. And the vowel is E, very high, tongue in very high position. Weary. Google. The first one is goo, and the second one is gull. And I was looking for the Google Doodle, but they don't have one today because it's kind of fun to say the repetition of the ooh noise. Google Doodle. Wovens. Woe is kind of lips go small, big, small, like a fish. Whoa. Like whoa. Whoa. And then you have to make a V. So to make this transition, it can be tricky or take a lot of time. if you are trying to put your top teeth on your lip. They don't have to be on your lip. They can be right behind it. So this is my bottom lip, and I'm holding it with pressure so that when I push air, the lip doesn't just blow away like, but so that takes a little less movement going from whoa, my teeth stay on the inside, vens, wovens, wovens. Isaac Mizrahi. Isaac Mizrahi. I looked this up to find out that it's Mizrahi, but I've always just been more lazy and said Mizrahi, Miz. So I'm sure you'll hear it both ways. Isaac Mizrahi. If you get the Isaac and the Rahi, I think everybody will know what it is. Um, butter. This is the der, very quick flap. Peanut butter. Peanut butter. Golf. This L we do have to say, but it doesn't have to be the perfect light L at the beginning. I mean, at the front of your mouth, like the top, the tip of the tongue goes to the top teeth behind it. Like this L in golf, the tip of the tongue stays down, and the middle of the tongue comes up and touches the top of the mouth very lightly and briefly. Golf, golf. And you need it. It's a very small movement, but if you don't have any L at all, it'll sound like goff, and that just doesn't sound right. Gull. So the middle, more of the middle. Golf. Range. It's like rain with a J. Range. Mouse and mouth. They both have the mow part, and the S stays behind your teeth. Mouse. Whether you make your S with your tongue tip up or your tongue tip down, doesn't matter. Two ways to make an S, but the tongue has to be behind the teeth. Mouse. For mouth, it has to come between the teeth and keep it loose so that air can go over it. So to test it out, and to practice that position, hold the TH for a long time. Keep pushing air. Mouth, mouth. Then you'll know you have the right position and your tongue is loose enough to have the airflow. Bottom. The stressed vowel is ba, so you have to open a lot. Bottom. Bottle. Same ba at the beginning, but the dol is a very quick tap. So my D, my tongue is touching for the D. I have to release it and put it back for the L. Let's see, badol, badol. It's very quick. I can't match it with my voice. And then that made me think of bottle of water because we don't say of here. We just say So now bottle of water, bottle of water. Bottle of water. Would you like a bottle of water? Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. And the stressed vowel is A. Exaggerate. Egg. Kind of like egg, but you don't release the G. Your tongue goes up for the G, egg, and hold it there. Exaggerate. Asterisk. This is one I had to look up. I'm glad because I never remember how to spell it. I never remember that there's an S at the end, like risk. Asterisk. Asterisk. And yeah, if you don't want to say that, you can just say star. It's this symbol right here. I'll put it here too. There. Got it. The T in got changes to a D, and the T in it doesn't release, so you don't hear it as it. You just hold your tongue in the T position. Got it. Got it? Got it. Oh, bottle of water. Very. This was more practice with keeping the top teeth behind the lip to make the V. Very. And you can say this two ways. You can say without the T, often, or with the T, often, often, or often. They're both correct, and you'll hear people in different parts of the country or maybe just different groups of friends and people that are talking to each other a lot saying one or the other. So take your pick. Jujitsu. 1, 2, 3, jujitsu. It's the same pattern as banana, in case you're wondering why banana's over here. Um, jujitsu. Okay, that's it. Thank you for coming and spending time with me, and I hope to see you again. Have a good evening.